Hi guys, hello, Merry Meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Today we're going to talk about a few things, and I mentioned some of these comments on my video this morning, but I didn't go into a lot of detail on them or speak up about the comments. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to get to the comments on YouTube that I am going to respond to. And for the most part, they're pretty tame. But so let's go through these. The latest video is okay. So let's go to comments and let's see. Okay, what comments did you get? Says TNCC. First comment I want to respond to is this one. Let's see if we can get the whole list here. He says, it's from Out on the Wire, you ask for real callers, however, you're not being real. You call the North American Snow King a liar, however, you expect everybody to believe your baloney. You gave a speech on how people need to sit down and talk in order to achieve the good relations, yet you called your mom a rude name and you will not talk to her. I really cannot trust anything you say. Your channel has turned into an absolute mess. On another note, I don't think anybody is interested in your computer issues, yet that is all you talk about lately. Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about the Snow King first, and then I'll discuss my mother. Okay, now, the difference is between my situation is that I have documented my situation from the day one. I have actually videotaped the coronation. I have videotaped all of the information as I had at the time of my appointment. Therefore, if you go back and look at my channel, you'll find all the information pertaining to who I am. In other words, there is a paper trail. There is also a back trail you can go to. We don't even know who this guy is. He came out and called me a liar as well, so let's be honest here. I'm 50 years old. I'm not going to sit around forever. You know that, okay? And if he had proof that I could verify, quantify, that'd be different, but he has no proof. He has no coronation videos. He has no nothing to verify his authenticity. Okay? That's what I think. And where the hell has this person been for, if he said he had been the Snow King since 2015, where have you been for 3 years? Okay? That doesn't make any sense. You would have thought that he would have gotten in contact with me 3 years ago. And he didn't. So that's where I stand with my opinion of the situation. As far as my mother, that is a lot more complicated than I really want to bring my personal life into these videos. Not particularly. But when your own mother tells you to go get AIDS and drop dead, that doesn't exactly make her seem very nice, does it? When your own mother tells you that she won't bring you to your dad's deathbed because she doesn't want to talk to you, that doesn't sound like a nice person. Okay? I never got a chance to say goodbye to my father because my mother refused to pick me up, and when I was living in Willimantic, she refused to arrange to pick me up to see my father when he had surgery for his cancer. She refused to help me with any significant assistance I needed with my eyesight or my hearing. My mother has personal issues I don't want to go through. But just to say this, my mother had basically thrown me to the curb, and that's the way it's been. And that's, unfortunately, I have done my best to overcome those obstacles, and I have worked hard to do it. So to have that situation thrown in my face again, when I've already said, because the way my mother is a conniving, sneaky little person, Even more so than me, she's the alpha female. I'm an alpha female. When two alpha females get in a room, usually one has to basically be subservient to the other, which we can do for a little while, but we tend to get a little bit edgy. And the point in hers is she does not want to work with anybody. She doesn't want to listen to anybody. So how are you supposed to work with a person like that? Okay, it's just like Kim Jong-un and the West. Kim Jong-un is saying is, no, I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to invest in my nuclear program. The rest of yourselves can go fuck yourself. And then, eventually, after the sanctions have been applied hard by Donald Trump, he's kind of said, you know what, maybe we could talk a little bit. I would be willing to talk to my mother, but unfortunately, the problem is that she has not contacted me. I have lived in the same address for 10 years. I've had the same phone number since I moved back to Winsted. I've had the same address here for 10 years. There's no reason whatsoever that my mother could not have reached out to me. There's absolutely no reason at all. I'm sure she sees me on Main Street. I'm sure she watches my videos. I know my cousin Lori and my aunt Anne Marie and my Uncle Johnny watch these videos on Facebook. I'm sure she's got some contact with the extended family. Why in the bloody hell has she not yet made a in-person contact? I don't know if those persons who claim to be my mother are my real mother, because the fact is we have so many accounts on this page that are posers. And I'm not going to say that's my real mother. I'm not going to make a mockery of myself thinking that is, when my real mother, who has my address, knows where I live, couldn't even bother giving me the time of day. Now that's the reason why I personally don't think that's my real mother, okay? And second of all, my mother is not computer savvy. My real mother does not even really use computers at all. Not to say she can't use computers. I'm just saying she doesn't use them, okay? A little bit different situation here. So just to make sure we understand that, okay? So why wouldn't, for example, wouldn't it be easier for my real mother to contact me through my aunt? Okay, and at least my mother knows how to reach my aunt and my uncle. She could have reached them. She could have called them and say, could you please have Michelle call me? You know the phone number, just have Michelle call me. Okay, no, she didn't even do that. So you see, guys, as I said, that's the reason why I don't think that's necessarily legitimate. Okay? And now you understand that there's a lot more ritual behind the situation than anything. I don't want to cover it any more than that. If you really want to know more detail, you come with me to McDonald's. We'll sit down. We'll go ahead. We'll have some lunch or something. We'll talk about it off camera. But here is not the way to do it, because there's too many fakes on this channel. I don't want to go through all the names, but there's just too many, and I'm not going to go through and divulge any more personal information on this channel about that. Period. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't like talking to people. As far as saying that I am not being real to the Snow King, again, I don't know if he's a poser. I have never heard of him since he said he was crowned in 3 years. Mother Asna has no record of him. So how do we know that he's not blowing smoke out of his anus? We don't. That's the truth. It's not like I don't care. It's just I have no way to prove his authenticity and his validity of his claim. All right? Now, at this point, it sounds like this channel is starting to sound like a role-playing game, but it's not, okay? I mean, I don't mind playing role-playing games. I certainly used to play a lot of Infocom games when I was a teenager, and I used to play Trade Wars 2002 when I was a teenager, and I got into a few MUDs as a teenager, but I really am not into role-playing games that much, okay? But the most important thing that I want to do with this channel is I would like to mend fences and bring people together. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit there and always act like the Resolve carpet commercial. It's okay, Martha, you smell grape juice on that carpet. I got Resolve carpet cleaner. Come on, give me a break, guys. Listen, I'm going to be here around in this earth for anywhere from 30 to 50 plus years, okay? I don't have any idea what the future holds, and neither do you. Nobody knows what the future holds for them. I'm going to plan to do the best I can, okay? My channel was never designed to start controversies. I don't want to go there. It's the controversial things is not my intent. So, I'm sorry if some of you people really think that's my mother. I don't know if that's my mother. I don't think so, but I would be willing, if not as my real mother, if she could really contact my aunt or my cousin Lori and actually sit there and we could discuss these matters. I want a family gathering of the extended relatives. I just mentioned 3 of them. Okay. Now, the next one is not actually a message to me specifically, but I'm going to answer this publicly anyway. Ruben says, could someone please post a link of People Pieces channel? Well, I did post a link to his last known channel address, which People of Peace canceled the channel. So unfortunately, if you go to that channel, which was We Are the Power, it no longer works. Everybody suspected that maybe he got pulled off the air by YouTube, but it doesn't say anything that YouTube has removed the channel. It just says the channel no longer exists. Which 99% of the time means that the individual has canceled their own channel and not YouTube. Given the content of the material he put on here, I can certainly see why that is. Okay, now, could you repeat that, please?
Okay, so the reason I'm calling is to invite you and your family, if you have a family, to the observance of, or to remember the death of Jesus Christ, and how it benefits. There's a talk that would be given, how it benefits all of us.
Okay.
And that's being held on Saturday, March 31st.
Uh-huh.
At the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, that's all the way on the other side of town.
Okay, so you're up on the other end. But that's right on Main Street in Winstead.
Right, that's all the way on the other side, because I live at 112 Main Street.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow.
And I don't have a car, so I have to walk everywhere. So that's going to take me about a good 45 minutes to walk there.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to go, if you decide you'd want to go, transportation could be arranged for you. Absolutely. Okay.
Now, what is this event for exactly?
Okay, it's to remember, you know how Jesus died? Jesus died for all of us. It's to remember his death, because he said in the Bible, he said to keep doing this in remembrance of me. So once a year, that's what we do. We go and we have like a meeting, and we listen to.
In other words, it's Easter Sunday, I believe.
Well, it's not Easter. It's actually on Saturday night, March 31st.
Oh, right. Wait. Saturday night would not be Easter. Right, that would be Sunday. That would be, because Good Friday is on the 30th?
Probably the 30th, I think.
Okay. And then, of course, the Easter is a few days after Palm Sunday, which is, that's next week, is Easter. After that, it's like in April. Because this is kind of like a representation, a memory of, his going into Jerusalem, correct? When he actually came in and people presented him with reeds and palms. That's Palm Sunday.
They call that Palm Sunday, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't really know if I'm interested, but can anybody come to this? It's in the Winstead area?
Anybody can come, and it's free. There's no admittance fee. There's no collections ever taken.
Okay.
So anybody can come.
Now, what is the actual street address for my audience? These videos go all over the world, so they would need to know how to get there.
Well, they're held in different places all over the world, yes. In different kingdom halls all over the world. it's observed the same time, that same night, that same day, Saturday, March 31st.
Okay, what's the street address to the Kingdom Hall?
Oh, 970 Main Street.
570 Main Street.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's at 7 o'clock at night, 7 p.m.
Okay.
And it lasts probably within an hour, like 45 minutes or so.
Uh-huh.
And if you could come, that would be wonderful.
Well, I'll see what I can do, because it's going to be kind of getting dark at that time. So, I mean, 570 Main Street, that's a lot closer than I thought, because I used to live over at 570. So you say 570 or?
970.
Oh, 970. Okay, that sounds all right.
Yeah, 970.
Okay.
The last building before you go out of Winstead, as if you're going to go towards the North Fork, it's on the corner of 183, the Colebrook Road, or Coe Street, and Main Street. It was built probably about 15 years ago.
You know what's interesting about the building, though, when it was built? What was it? They built it in less than a day?
In a couple of days, you're right.
Yeah,
we built
I remember that. Yeah.
What do you think?
For the town of Winstead, that was like a world record.
Isn't that? Well, you know what? Those kingdom halls are being built all over the world like that in a very short amount of time.
Yes, it was.
Isn't that something? What do you think about that?
Well, thanks to modern building construction techniques, I'm not particularly surprised. I mean, we can build things pretty quick these days.
Do you know that all the ones who work to build those are volunteer workers? They're not paid. Did you know that?
Well, because my family's in the construction trades. Yeah,
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
It's all volunteer. Nobody is paid. They do it because they love God, and they want those places to worship God and to be able to learn about the Bible.
Right.
Yeah. What is your name? My name is Paula.
Michelle Marie.
Michelle Marie? Oh, what a pretty name that is.
Yep, thank you.
That's a beautiful name. Well, Michelle, if you would be interested in going, I could give you my contact number. Do you text at all?
Well, I don't really know if I'll be able to make it because, like I said, I got other things going on. And that's a Saturday night. That's going to be kind of dark. Yeah. And I don't think you want to give me your contact number right now because it'll end up on the video. And that would probably irritate the heck out of you when you get a million phone calls.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe not a million, but quite a few which you didn't expect. And that's not going to be nice to you. So I would just say is, can I contact you through the hall itself?
You know what you could do? You could call the Kingdom Hall.
Right.
You wanted to do that, and if you were interested in going, then just leave a message if nobody's at the Kingdom Hall at the time, leave a message. Just say that you would love to go to the memorial, and tell them, where you live and everything, and somebody would arrange to pick you up.
Well, I'll give it some thought, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling.
All right, you're welcome. And you live where? On 112 Main Street?
Yep.
Okay, Michelle.
It's right across from Cumberland Farms.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, where was I? You were talking about, before the phone rang, about the authenticity of the Snow King. You pointed out that there was evidence that he may be, he has no proof to confirm his legitimacy. Right. And you apologized that you're a little bit angry at your mother. You explained why you were angry at your mother. And you also explained why People of Peace has closed his website. So unfortunately, like you said to Ruben, whatever, in a private message, you could not give him the current People of Peace address because you don't have it. Right. So the situation... Yeah, okay, so that's kind of just explaining what's going on here. And R118380 says, my car is still stuck in the snow. Any tips? Well, the good news is the upstate Massachusetts, the weather is going to be warming up fairly quickly. Right now, today outside is 6 degrees Celsius. It's actually warming up quite nice. It would have been warm enough to almost do a video outside today. I just didn't feel like lugging all the gear out there at this point. You said you gave a speech on how people need to sit down and talk in order to achieve good relations, yet you called your mom a rude to explain why. And I don't even know if that's my real mother. And my real mother does know how to reach real family members that are on Facebook. So those people can reach me. They're not too much of a problem. I really cannot trust anything you say. Your channel has turned into an absolute mess. On another note, I don't think anybody's interested in your computer issues. That's all you talk about lately. Welcome to the Ask Be Mine, kid. Well, first of all, people with Aspies do that. Aspies all the time. It's not like we're trying to. We study something to the point where exhaustion, and then after a while we change over to another topic. Then he said, your channel has turned into an absolute mess. Oh, you know what? Time to get some Lysol in here and clean it, just like we did my apartment. We took out a lot of garbage, we threw out a lot of crap. It's time to start doing the same thing on the channel, honestly. Because the problem is this channel is like a giant clusterfuck. If you ever look at what's happened to this channel, it originally, watch the about video, explains what your channel originally was about. That's what this channel is about. What has happened is, it's turned into a giant clusterfuck. Nothing in this channel makes any sense, because it's all just, yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And oh yeah, there's something else I want to cover on Hangouts. Is I received a message from a person. Oh, it's 8 degrees. It's 8 degrees outside right now. 8 degrees. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, I got a message from supposedly from a friend of mine, and I don't think it's really from her at all, because the way the message was written. So remember, we're talking about posters. Okay, this woman contacted me and said that I was eligible to receive a grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. That sounds great. Great. Okay. And then, of course, I have to contact this person and say, are you there? Obviously, I can say the word is yes, comma, awaiting instructions. Waiting instructions. Okay. So basically, my friend contacted me on Facebook Messenger and told me that she received a grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for $200,000 US. That sounds kind of sketchy, because first of all, my friend hardly ever contacts me on the computer. First of all, and second of all, is she didn't seem to remember much about me at all. So that sounds kind of weird. Then she gives me this number for this grant program, and I supposed to send a text message to. So I sent her a text message to my Google Hangouts account. And yes, and what I did is now I'm waiting. Congratulations, this is from you. You have won a sum of $200,000. Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, but in reality, did you really win $200,000? Are we gonna really win $200,000, or is this just one of those scams? As I said in the message, awaiting instructions. Because if you really are legitimate, and you really say I got $200,000 US coming my way, then obviously you should be able to provide me with the information how I'm supposed to claim said money. Okay. But I don't think it really came from my friend who originally gave me that link. I got a feeling my friend's email address has been compromised. Second of all, I never heard of the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation giving out individual grants to just somebody off the street for $200,000 US. That I have never heard of. I know that Bill Gates Bill and Melinda Gates have been giving monies to different programs for inoculation campaigns to different countries like that in Africa and that. But individuals, really, no application, no actual requirement for you to specify what the money is to be used for. That doesn't sound right. I mean, I know someone says, well, wow, if I don't really get the money. If I get the real money and I don't have to pay some ridiculous courier fees and I don't have to sit there and giving up bank account numbers, great. We'll see what happens. Because we got another issue to discuss, and it has nothing to do with me directly. It has to do with this building. And this is something another tenant has brought to my attention. This building, she's having problems with this building's owner because his owner has not been keeping up with the repairs. She's contacted through DCF, since she has a minor, about this building. And there's issues of health and safety violations, especially in her apartment. And she said that the landlord could be mandated by the town that he has to renovate the building in 30 days' time, or the building will go through eminent domain, go back into foreclosure, and then everybody will be thrown in the street. However, since I'm in good standing with the landlord, I would probably be given a stipend to move out, which I would take. But it has to be a pretty good sized stipend, considering the fact that I got a lot of stuff to move. So, alright, so for now, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. And yes, we are going to have our live stream coming up on Sunday. Can we talk a little more about the building issue real quick? What does it say? Just talk a little more about it. What exactly do you think is going to happen? Alright, this is as far as I know. Okay, this is not a new problem. This is a problem that has been a systemic issue in this building since I've lived here. This landlord has not been able to keep up with his repairs. Either A, and I think it's more of the former than the latter. The former being is he just doesn't care. The latter being is he just doesn't know where to begin. Now, I wish I could say it was the latter and not the former. It could be both. It could be, but I don't think so. Anyway, the point is, when the porch broke down, he basically was ordered by the town to replace the porch. Until we had the porch fixed, this is 2015, we were all basically living in the yellow house at the rear. Because there was only a few families left in here. Most everybody else had moved out. So, me and the Perry family lived in the yellow house next, behind, in the backyard. And even that place needs repair too. So what that means is, because of that, okay, it's when my landlord got mad at Section 8, basically shut his mouth off. I already explained that in the past. Could we be going through the same thing again? Yeah, it could be because of the same BS lack of action on his part. Am I going to basically bite my nails off on it? No. Because the fact of the matter is I've already said that if they give us an adequate enough stipend to move on, I'm going to take the stipend and get the fuck out. Because this place, I'm talking about the whole community of Connecticut has gone down the shitter. There's no more any real reason to stay here for me. Between what's going on with my mother, which I've already covered, and all the other things in my videos, and the fact of the matter is there's no opportunities for me to better myself in this community anymore. It's a beautiful community, but the community has no job creation going on. The whole community really needs to repair everything from its own infrastructure, from roads and bridges to other essential services. And it's just not happening, okay? It's just not happening. The whole town is deteriorating. And it's a sad thing, but it's real. All right, so what do you want to talk about? Anything about the South African thing that you covered last night? No, because I already covered it last night. if we are going to seriously try to make things change, we do have to get everybody together and discuss those, find out how we can make peace. The same thing with Antifa in the United States. If we can get Antifa and Black Lives Matter to sit down with us all, a group of people of all ethnic groups, and just we sit there and talk amongst themselves, and maybe we can work out something. But if we can't have that kind of a dialogue, it's going to be very difficult to get anything done. And that's what I was going to try to say. Now, obviously, guys, I'm going to be cutting this video up in pieces and cleaning it out and trying to shorten it up. And so we'll see what happens. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video. And I hope to see you from you soon. Okay, stay out of trouble. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.